Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another card making tutorial. Today I have a throwback design. Here's a card that I created with a Hey Chick stamp set, and I'm casing this design or copying this design and using it for a fresh new card. I'm going to use a few stitched shapes framelits dies to create a frame design, and I'll be stamping with Spooky Cat stamp set. Spooky Cat stamp set is really fun and has some nice images that will fit very well into the small framed areas. One of the images is a little cluster of potions jars that are created from two-step stamping. First, stamp out the outline image of the potion jars. Then, in some fun and exciting colors, I chose to fill in all of the potion jars with colors that would complement basic gray that I'm using for the frame design. To fill in the second frame, I'm choosing to use a medium-sized image, but just to feature the top half. This is a creative way to use this stamp. It appears as if the owl is just kind of peeking in from a window. For the larger of the three frames, I would like to use a sentiment stamp that does not fit in the frame area. So by masking off a portion of the stamp at a time, I'm able to separate the single line words and make it into two lines. There's also enough room for me to add a few smaller stamps and one big witch's hat. However, I'm only going to add a portion of the witch's hat, just like I did the owl image. This is going to give a hint of what the stamp is, and then I'll carry through that stamp on the inside of the card just so the receiver knows exactly what they're looking at. All of the small frames are mounted onto the larger matte frames with some Stampin' Dimensionals. To create some interesting texture for this card, and in keeping with the previous design of the chicken card, I'm using the brick wall embossing folder to make a card front or panel for all of my small frames. When embossing, I like to use regular Whisper White cardstock and then attach a mat directly to this piece that is 1/8 of an inch larger. This will help to give stability to the embossed panel, and it also looks pleasing for me in my design. I'm attaching this piece to another mat, and then that attaches to the card base with snail adhesive. From this point, I already have enough dimensionals raised up to 2 levels, so I'm going to attach the frames directly to the embossed panel with some liquid glue. For exciting interest, here is black mini sequin trim. This is the first time that I featured the black mini sequins, and I have to say that I like them just as much as I do the silver and gold. They're perfect. They're the small little accents that are wonderful, and they lay flat in a card design. For the inside of the card, I'm using a white panel that I have stamped the witch's hat in black, and I'm using some liquid glue to adhere it to the inside of the card. All of the measurements and supplies, along with purchase links, are listed on the video description underneath this video. All of the supplies are available in my online store. For more card making inspiration, go over to my blog at jennystampsup.com and find a new card idea there daily. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day!